It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Friday, July 13th, 2018. Did I just say Friday the 13th?
You said Friday the 13th.
I said Friday. Anyway.
You were giving me a hard time for saying that, and I didn't even get to do my whoop 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 whoop.
We'll do your whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. It's Friday.
Doesn't matter if it's the 13th or the 22nd. It's Friday.
It's Friday the 13th, and tomorrow will be Saturday the 14th.
Saturday the 14th. So that makes Sunday the 15th.
Do you remember? All right, everybody knows Friday the 13th movie, and it's all based on Friday the 13th and this blah blah blah. But they actually came up with a Saturday the 14th movie.
Yeah. Really?
And it's like a funny spin-off of the Friday 13th. Just kind of give a little. I'm just look it up. Seriously.
Yeah. Well, I remember.
Saturday the 14th. There's a show for that.
Anyway, Friday the 13th is a good day for Brewed Awakening Coffee. You've got 3 locations in Mountain Home to check out. Balmer Boulevard, BRMC Lobby, and of course 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. It's going to pop up there in a minute, ain't it?
Oh, I'll put it on the screen.
There it is.
There we go.
Brewed Awakening Coffee.
I'm waking up. I haven't had my Brewed Awakening apparently.
Anyway, the best coffee in town is Brewed Awakening. If you don't believe me, come down to the studio and have a cup of coffee with us sometime.
Come on down. Enjoy the show.
Yeah. We've got a couple of chairs. We can bring one.
See what's going on.
Got a big old recliner back over here we can pull out for you and everything.
Yeah, you can even come in and take a nap.
Who?
I see you can come in and take a nap.
Come in and take a nap.
Yeah, you don't have to sit here.
But you won't take a nap if you drink the coffee first.
No, stay away from the coffee. You're planning on napping.
If you want to come down here and take a nap, don't drink the coffee.
If you're going to nap this year, stay away from the coffee.
What if the hospital people are still running laps after drinking this? Be sure to check out Brewed Awakening Coffee. They've got a bunch of different flavors and everything that you will enjoy. So be sure to check out Brewed Awakening Coffee. 3 locations to serve you here in Mountain Home. And, of course, Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, when the need arises, when you're looking for a very professional group that listens to you for what you want, they will come through. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas brings the morning prayer. And so let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, with the interest in phonograph records on the rise, a friend in St. Louis bought one of the new USB turntables. It played the 45 RPM phonograph record at the wrong speed, so my friend complained to the company but had not read the operating instructions. The friend admitted to jumping to conclusions. Should have read the instructions first. And Scripture teaches that we should not complain about a speck in our neighbor's eye when we have a plank in our own eye. And is this not an example of our political situation? People assume the worst of Washington without seeking the facts. For the record, our instruction manual is a holy Bible. Lord, my prayer today is you help us to seek your words and your will, and that's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. Well, my Greg's Farm Services thing is missing here from the computer, so I'm going to have to open it up again. Let's see, Greg's Farm Services, around the farm, in the home, in the community. And we need to hear from them. We've got a special ad with their expo coming up, so we're going to talk more about Greg's Farm Services right after this from Greg's Farm Services.
Here comes Greg's Wildlife Expo, Saturday, August 11th, Baxter County Fairgrounds, Mountain Home. Wildlife conservation and fun for everybody. Johnny Morris Wonders of Wildlife in Springfield will have live animals and more. Kids under 16 compete for prizes at the First Security Bank Archery Competition, and you can try digital hunting at the DHF Archery Exhibit. Hunting, fishing, artwork, outdoor living, it's all here, and it's all free.
On the farm or around the home, GregFarmServices.com.
Greg's Farm Services, on the farm, around the home, in the community. Take a look right here on the website. You can stay in touch. You can subscribe right here. You go to between the 2 hay bales right here, and you can get the monthly details and updates just like what you see right here on XL7 TV. We'll check them out real quick. Check out the fall preseason sale on Husqvarna chainsaws. That's going to be a great sale, and be sure to take advantage of that. The LD44 fogger and spray at $13.99, 10% off all fly masks in stock. And what else we have? 20-pound bag of nut and berry in stock. The good old swing blade grass cutter, now $13.99. That'll make you sweat.
They got the horse mesh fly sheets.
15% off, yeah. $1 off any 32-ounce horse spray. Greg's Farm Services, Mountain Home and Midway. On the farm, around the home, in the community. And Greg Farm Services brings morning weather each and every day. This morning we have 73 degrees in Mountain Home.
See, now it's hotter than yesterday's.
Yesterday's
Yesterday
75.
75.
I'll take it. No, yeah, because 72 and 70. See, we're cooler than yet. Like I said, we're cooler than yesterday.
Yeah, there you go. Never cooler. Yesterday was a scorcher. 73 in Mountain Home, 71 in Harrison, 74 at Hardy. And remember, Hardy was even warmer than us, I think, yesterday, along the Spring River. I just wonder how on earth that managed to get that warm over there.
It's kind of weird because you would think that would be the river.
I mean, Hardy's right on the river. You got the river, the railroad tracks, and then town.
Since we got the river there in Calico, and everything seems to be cooler down there. So I don't know. I don't get it.
74 at Hardy, 72 in Mountain View, 72 at Yellville, same in Marshall. Calico Rock at 73, at 69 in St. Louis. Poplar Bluff at 73. Branson checks in at 73, while West Plains is at 71. Watford City, North Dakota cooled off. They were like within 4 or 5 degrees of us yesterday. They're at 57 degrees. On the national radar, we've got shower activity still continuing in the northern part of the country. South Dakota, northeast Nebraska, northwest Iowa, southern part of Minnesota, trailing off into the middle part of Wisconsin. It crosses the upper part of Lake Michigan and gets more rain into Michigan. But here's a little hope right down in here. The little state of Texas right here. I'm going to hit that radar stop. Just to the west of Fort Worth, Texas, we've got some shower activity starting to develop, and hopefully, that can come our way. Yeah, right. Wishful thinking.
I'll believe it when I say it.
Yeah. Some of those showers stretch across the panhandle of Oklahoma into southwest Kansas. We'll check Missouri first. We'll go to St. Louis for that radar stop. I-70 and I-44 coming into St. Louis. I-55 are clear. I-64 and I-70 east of St. Louis towards Mount Vernon, Illinois, Effingham, and Vandalia in good shape. And you see I-24 and I-55 there coming in from Kentucky into Illinois. And, of course, I-55 coming in from Cape into St. Louis. Southwest Missouri, we'll check it real quick. Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, Lebanon, Rolla in good shape on I-44, I-70, Kansas City, Columbia. No rain showing up there at all. State of Arkansas, dry as a bone. They've really got that radar intensity cranked.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean,
I know they're trying to pull every drop, but man, it sure makes it misleading.
They're trying to find a drop on a mosquito's wing, I think.
Anybody's looking at this map saying, "Oh my gosh, it's rain."
No, that's called dew or dew point or humidity. Anyway, all highways in Arkansas are clear. 62, 412 east and west. Highway 65 north south. Little Rock, Branson. Highway 63 from Jonesboro, West Plains. I-555. Let's see, interstates 30, 40, 49, 55. 555 in Arkansas, and the future I-57. They're starting to put up some signs, future I-57. Yeah, saw some over there not too long ago. And so, the dry, hot weather continues. We'll take a look at, like we don't know what the forecast is. We do have a heat advisory for most of Arkansas, north central, northwest Arkansas, not in the advisory. Southern Missouri is not. Well, St. Louis is in the advisory with the metro east part of Illinois, along the Mississippi River up the Quad Cities in Illinois and Iowa, parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, as you can see there, part of Mississippi, and a little bit of Alabama down there with a little bit of hot weather going on. Let's see what we got for Arkansas here for Mountain Home. I'm going to guess hot, 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 and dry, dry, dry.
I know you're talking about that little pop-up there in Texas you're praying for.
Boy, I tell you, send it our way, Lord, send it our way. 98 today, 95 tomorrow, 97 on Sunday, 95 on Monday, 94 on Tuesday, 20 to 30% chance of showers. Basically, those are all pop-ups. I think we had a few pop-ups last night south of town. But it always just kind of gets out there between Gassville and down to Mountain View and over to Hardy and Cherokee Village, and it really kind of misses us. You know. Anyway, and so we need to take a look. I just updated the drought monitors, and we'll take a look first at Missouri drought monitor. Arkansas first, okay. Baxter County is split between abnormally dry and moderate drought. We're a DO to a D1 in Baxter County, same in Marion County, Boone County. The brighter yellows are the minimal amount of dryness. The darker shade is the D1. You can see the graph over here. You can go to the United States Drought Monitor and just type in Arkansas Drought Monitor 2018 on a computer. You can see this. We got a D2 in southern Arkansas, and then of course portions of Clay County and this county right here. I think that's Randolph County. They're not as dry. And then they've had some pretty good showers over here. The pop-ups are helping around Pocahontas and places like that. And let's see, in Missouri, we now have an extreme drought in the north central part of Missouri. You can see that red area right there. That's getting pretty bad up there in Missouri. They really, really, really need the rain right there. So a D3 extreme drought in that portion of Missouri. Basically, I-70 north has been really dry in the state of Missouri. The Arkansas Forestry Commission has updated the burn bans as of 7/12/2018. We've got Carroll County, Garland County, and Saline County now in burn bans. 2 more counties added to the list in the last 24 hours.
I can tell you, if you're in the listening area, you're
Don't burn.
in risk. So it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
It isn't.
If you light a match now in Baxter County, it's going to burn all the way the Iowa state line up there. In Missouri, it's dry all across. Wildfire danger should be enhanced here, but I'm not seeing that changed. Of course, they've had, it's odd. Clay, Greene, Mississippi, and all those counties, we look over here in the drought monitor for Arkansas, and you can see they have no drought in the same counties where they're saying they have the fire danger. And we don't, we're in the drought. I think they need to, I ain't gonna say it, never mind. You see my point?
Yeah.
Where there's no drought, we got fire danger. So they may have some wind over there or something we're not getting. Anyway, welcome to the middle of July. And if you're visiting our area, we want to welcome folks to our part of the country. Hope you're having a great time. Folks around the lakes and the resorts, golf courses, whatever it may be. And so hope everyone is doing well.
Take a minute for our community calendar.
Yep.
Brought to us by Affordable Housing. If you not happy with your rent, if you live by Dale and not happy with your neighbor, call Affordable Housing at 870-741-2883. Yep. That just happened.
Coming up on September 1st, 2018, Cotter Barbecue Cook-Off and Car Show from 1 to 6 at Big Spring Park. Should be down in Cotter, Arkansas. That will be a lot of fun.
There you go. Cotter's always got stuff going on.
Tell you what, nice little town.
I mean,
love
for a little
Cotter.
town, they really always have events and stuff. I like to see that. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is. A lot of fun. Mount Hope Christian Academy has got their PK3 and K4 preschool enrollments going on now. You can call 424-6622. Affordable tuition starting at $265 a month. Small class sizes. They use the ABECA curriculum, early reading education, and it's faith-based. Mount Hope Christian Academy across from Mountain Baptist Church, just off of the bypass in Mountain Home.
Great school.
Oh, what a great facility. They do a fabulous job there. Let's see if there's anything else here.
I've got one Kindness Inc.
Yep.
They're this Saturday, so tomorrow, 3 family garage sales supporting Kindness Inc. One day only, Saturday, July 14th, 8:30 to 3. Lots of items for sale, and all proceeds go to Kindness Inc., and it'll be located at 942 Coley Drive.
Sunday in the South continues at Real Life Church in Mountain Home. They're just kind of back behind the Christian Academy. Be sure to check that out. And I don't know what this is. We'll take a look. This comes up tomorrow. Turpentine Creek Summer Saturday Show at the library. The Children's Library, Tobacco County Library, Donald W. Reynolds Library from 10:30 to 11:30. Sounds like fun. Turpentine Creek. And, it's going to be about exotic cats, tigers, lions, all that stuff. That'd be fun. There you go.
Okay, and Matt, what do you got bring to the table here?
Today is my son's 10th birthday.
Yay!
So happy birthday, Mason.
I'm trying to put him on the spot, and he's actually got something.
You're not going to get ahead of him.
But yeah, happy birthday, Mason. All joking aside, it's Mason's birthday. It's a good
Happy birthday.
It's a good day.
Good day. Well, we got something special come up. Michele Paden's here with, we got a puppy on the show.
Dun, dun, dun.
You know me and dogs. I love dogs. This one's special, though. Need to take a quick break. I'm out of coffee. I have to have coffee to continue, so we'll be right back.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment. Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with a pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Do you ever? $7:18 on this Friday morning. Look what we got right here. Looky there.
A puppy.
A puppy. Michele Paden here from Families Against Distracted Driving. We had Chief of Police Car Manuel, and he was very complimentary with your programs.
Thanks.
And the awareness. And well, tell us about the little dog.
Well, this all started because of Grant, because approximately almost 4 years ago, we started looking at service dogs for Grant, and we happened upon a organization called Canine Companions for Independence. They're based out of California. She's gonna lip sing here. They're based out of California, and they've been doing this since 1975. And once we saw the process with Grant, we decided that we wanted to give back to the organization, and so we have just recently got Celine. We got her last Friday. They flew her in from San Francisco, and we will have her for the next year and a half. And we do basic training and socialization. So we're volunteer puppy raisers, and then after a year and a half, she goes back and she goes through professional training to hopefully become a service dog for someone else.
You know it's going to be harder to get rid of that dog in a year and a half than when she goes off to college.
Yes, and it will happen the same year. We'll probably turn her in February, and then Mackenzie will graduate from high school in May. So it will be 2020 will be a very emotional year. But I will have to say, giving back and blessing someone else with one of these amazing animals is going to be very life-changing.
That's a gorgeous dog.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
She's half golden retriever, half lab. This organization even has their own breeding program.
And so the dog can be trained for how many different, you said what, 40 commands?
Well,
up to 40
the
motions?
dogs know somewhere between 30 and 40 commands by the time they graduate, depending on the trainer's recommendation. They will become either a skill companion, and that's for a child with special needs, like we saw some kids with autism that were benefiting from one of these beautiful animals. And then a facility dog, which would be in a hospital or a pediatrician's office or a children's home. I believe schools. I believe there is one in the children's home in Omaha through this organization.
Really?
Yeah. And courtroom dog. There's a courtroom dog in Conway, Chandra, the courtroom dog, and she helps sort of soothe kids when they have to come in and be interviewed and for whatever reason. And then a service dog, which is a one-on-one service dog team like my nephew has.
Wow.
And they're pretty, like I said, they're pretty amazing.
Take a look at the Celine Paden CC. Is that CCI?
CCI for Canine Companions for Independence.
And this is the Facebook page.
And you can follow her journey to becoming a hero, because she will be a hero someday, just not for sure in what capacity, but she will brighten someone's day and be a companion for someone, and like I said, hopefully go on to become a full service dog.
Now, how many puppies were in that litter?
I believe there was 10 in her litter. It's at the very top of the page. Yeah. The organization raises about 2,000 dogs a year. And out of those 2,000, only a third become service dogs. They're very, very selective in their process. Once you get a service dog from them, the dog remains the custody of Canine Companions. So at any point, if they do not feel like that you're taking care of the dog, or the dog is not being used for what its purpose is, because they're really big on the dog doing the job that they want, that they're trained to do, because they are a working dog, then the dog can go back to them. Or if a recipient something happens and they're not able to use the services, something happens and they pass away, then they try their best to reassign the dog to someone.
So you have to look for certain tendencies that the dog has a higher intelligence ratio at as compared to other dogs.
And that's all Canine Companions. That's all their responsibility, or what like I said, they have their own breeding program. They've got it down to a science, and if a dog happens to show any aggressive tendencies or fears that might prevent them from performing the job that they are trained to do, then they will not make the cut.
Really?
Yeah, it's a very, very selective process.
Hey, y'all got in a conversation and we ran out of time. You couldn't finish the conversation. You had a dog. You were talking to Michele.
Yeah,
the show started. We had to.
It was a diabetes alert dog.
Yeah.
And the dogs. I mean, it's amazing the training of these animals. You could take the dog anywhere, and I mean, the minute, unless you happen to see that dog, you'd never know he's there. And I say that because we'd go into a restaurant, he's under the table. I mean, the dog is trained to hide, get away, not be the center of attention. And what's amazing is you walk and that dog's right on your side, and it just seems to know when you turn, and it's just right there with you the whole time. I mean, you can turn one way and he's just right there with you. It's amazing the training and the abilities of these dogs. It's just the situation we had, which the dog was a collie, which are herding type dogs, and they want to play and nip, and my kids were young, and as they would get to playing, then the dog would come up and start nipping like they would normally do, and it got them a couple times in their face, and for long the kids were getting scared of that dog. And so that specific breed did not work well for us. However, those types of dogs are very more laid back.
Do you mind me asking how much you paid for that dog?
We ended up raising like $12,000, I think is what it was.
The beauty of this organization is the dog is free. This is a she will someday be a $50,000 or $60,000 dog, and the dog is totally free to
Really?
any recipient that qualifies for a dog.
That
now
is
there is travel expenses involved, but the dog itself is free. But compared to the amount of time and energy and cost that goes into these dogs, it's a very wonderful gift. And there's some people that don't have the money to pay for them.
Yeah.
Another thing too is, like I said, Canine Companions continues to own the dog. The dog is in service for about 7 to 10 years, depending on its health, and then it's retired. And you can adopt one of these dogs if they have one available. It's a $500 adoption fee, and at that point, they do not want the dog working. They want the dog strictly in retirement and spending the rest of their life just enjoying being a pet. But they follow you through this process from day one until the time that the dog retires, and they're always there providing support and guidance and any additional assistance or training that you may need with
amazing.
the dog. Yeah.
And a beautiful dog.
Now, some are full golden, some are full labs, but she's a mixture.
It's amazing how they can train these dogs up to 40 different commands.
They can open and close doors. They can retrieve objects. They can alert if their recipient is in distress. The person can tell them to speak, and they can bark, because you normally don't hear a well-trained dog. You normally do not hear bark unless they're playing. But
Can this one be trained for vision impairment?
They have, this particular company also does hearing. They do not do vision, but if they get to the point in the training process and they don't feel like that any of their dogs will meet their needs, then they will look outside. They have relationships with other organizations, arson dogs. I'm not for sure if hearing is one of those organizations that they work with, but they really try to use every dog that they have in some capacity if they feel like it's a dog that would be safe out in the public, out interacting with people.
Now, your nephew has a service dog?
Yes, Grant got his service dog Waldy November of last year. She is the service dog team, and she is a little over 2. She was a little over 2 when
now, how's she assist Matt?
She retrieves objects for him. That's mainly what she does. Like if he drops something on the floor, she can also alert if something happens and he happens to fall or need medical attention. He can tell her to speak, and she'll bark and hopefully get the attention of someone that's around. Open and closed doors. His apartment was already pretty set up for that, but she's just, and also they're just to be a companion, so they're not alone.
Yeah. Wow.
It's amazing.
It is, isn't it?
But hopefully we'll get to come back, and y'all can the
we'll have to watch
follow
the progress.
Yeah, we have to do some follow-ups on this one.
Follow her as she trains, and she's a smart little girl. She's already figured out. We have had a little play pen for her. She's already figured out how to get out of that. She loves to feel things with her teeth. That's like her hands. She's mouthing everything, biting everything, just experiencing the world. But she's going to be a blessing to us, and can't imagine all the people that she'll be a blessing to over her lifetime. We will start in October going into the schools. She has her own reading library that will have books and come into the schools and read with the kids and encourage reading and learning about service dogs. A little bit of information, and I'm still learning because, like I said, we just embarked on this journey about 4 years ago, and still learning all the ins and outs of service dogs. But of course, if you see a service dog out in public and they have a vest on, you're not supposed to pet them or interact with them without asking the person. So just be aware that when,
because that breaks the attention span.
Yes, that breaks the attention span. That gets them out of their their working mode. And I know with Grant's dog, a lot of times people, when she has her vest, and Celine will have a vest, it's a little big for her now when we go out and we're socializing her. And if places will allow us to bring her in as we're training her and getting her acclimated to different environments, she'll have a little vest herself, and it'll say service dog in training, I believe. But when Grant's dog has her vest on, people always say that she looks really sad. You know, she looks unhappy. Well, that's because when they have their vest on, they know that they're working, and they're very calm and docile. And like you said,
the mode switch. They're
in working mode.
Yeah.
Now, when you take that vest off of her, she's a totally different dog.
Wow.
And she just runs and plays. Yeah. So if you see a dog out and they don't look happy, they're doing their job.
Yeah.
And they're
focused.
Yeah, they're focused, and they know that it's serious business. And then once you take that vest off, they're like a pet. I mean, they get to run and play. And
now, believe it or not, once that dog is a service dog and gets that vest, it has more rights than you do.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding. I mean, you can't deny them into places, and there's Arkansas's got a great.
Yeah. Well, they can't ask you to leave if the dog is not well behaved.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think that's another great point to bring up, that just because you have a service dog, it should not be a distraction.
Yep.
And like you said, if you're at a restaurant, it shouldn't be begging for food. It should be under the table. It should be seen and not heard.
Yeah.
And that's the ultimate goal. Like I said, this company has been doing this since 1975. Our organization, I should say, they are a nonprofit organization. Would encourage you, if you want to donate to a wonderful organization. We've seen it, come full circle, and now we're starting another circle with Celine. They do great work, not a fly-by-night company, and they pretty much have it down.
7:32, I think we're going to take a break. Where was she born?
She was born outside of San Francisco and around Santa Rosa.
Hey, next time you're in Frisco, growl at Nancy Pelosi. We say, anyway, got to take a break. Be right back.
No.
Do you ever feel like your butt's dragging and you could really use a lift? Ozark Diesel Off-Road. Ozark Diesel Off-Road has been installing lifts for over 25 years. They specialize in all your off-road vehicle needs, from general repairs such as engine diagnostics, clutch and brake repair, to custom fabrication like axle gears and lockers, leveling and suspension kits, and everything in between. So if your vehicle could really use a lift, head to Ozark Diesel Off-Road, located at 5051 Highway 62 East, or give them a call at 870-425-LIFT.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing: burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing: burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Nemus Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas is your home for national and international award-winning pizza. Nemus Pizza offers artisan-made award-winning pizza with only the freshest and finest of ingredients. Each pizza is made from scratch and hand-tossed at the time you place your order. And also check out their calzone strombolis, an oven-baked folded pizza stuffed with your choice of meat. Sauce can be on the side or included inside at your request. Nemus Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas, your home for award-winning pizza.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
Why would I recommend Hospice the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Hi, I'm Rick.
7:35. I'm gonna let you all do some talk. She's got her nose in the blanket over here.
I think she's getting tired.
What was that website? CCI.
Well, it's Canine Companions.
Or you could do cci.org. I think it will.
Oh, is it cci.org? That's easier.
I believe so.
Yes, this is the organization that Celine came from. And she is a puppy. She's not a trained service dog. That's the ultimate goal, to give her a job, to be there for someone and help them live an independent life, the most independent life that they can have. But these dogs have given so much independence for people with disabilities, and
it's amazing.
Yeah.
I did want to say this because I do know that these types of dogs like this, people are saying, well, he's going to be a service dog for most of his life. They enjoy that.
Yes.
Having that purpose is very important to that dog, and they love doing their job. It's not like they're going to work and having to work, like we do all day. To them, that is the fun part of their day.
It's fulfilling.
Yes.
Yeah,
they get a lot out of it.
Just like when a child gets bored, they get in trouble. And when a dog, gets bored and doesn't feel like they have a purpose, they thrive on having a routine and having the discipline to be able to work for someone and that praise. You know, all the training that we do with her is supposed to be very positive training, no real negative reinforcement. They don't recommend using clickers or shock collars or anything like that. So it's all positive reinforcement and just earning the trust and respect of this dog, and that goes both ways, Yeah. And we will start doing training sessions with Patty Sontag, and we will at least do 2 a month and socialize her, like I said, in all different environments. The ultimate goal is for her to someday be able to go to a restaurant and lay under the table and no one be able to see or hear her, that she's just there, and to be able to go to church and she's just there.
Yeah. What comes to mind, my little dog at home is afraid of thunderstorms.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, Pepper he went to the front door one time and sniffed and came back and he was shaking. I thought, what on earth is wrong? He went back to the front door and he sniffed again, and the door was closed, the air conditioner on, and he was shaking. And this is about 1 or 2 years ago. And I thought, I wonder what on earth he's scared of. And I logged in on the radar. There was thunderstorms about 80 or 90 miles out, and they were coming our way.
They're very sensitive. And
so if this dog, let's say that somebody that can't walk through in a wheelchair, but they're having to use the guide dog, that dog has to be trained not to be fearful of the rain, the lightning, the thunder if they get caught out in a sudden storm downtown. So to speak.
Or riding a subway, or riding a bus, or
the car. Some dogs are scared of the car. I know, like our dog, when we take her to the groomer, to my grandparents or anything like that, she shakes and pants and just gets really nervous, and they can't have any of that. They have to be completely calm and lay down. And
so how do you pull the fear away? I mean, how do you make them, like, for your dog to be afraid of the car? My dog loves to get in the vehicle because he thinks he's going to the dog park.
Well, it would probably help, there again, when she was a puppy, if we would have acclimated her more to the car, like with Celine. I mean, they encourage us to take her anywhere and everywhere that we can go with her, subject her to different environments. If we go to a baseball game or a football game, and get her around those different sounds, so she's not even fazed by them. I will have to say, now she wasn't outside during the fireworks with the 4th of July, but, you know, there's some dogs that even panic when they hear them in the house.
Yeah.
She was over there snoring.
Really?
She wasn't affected by that.
That's good.
But, you know, we want to introduce situations.
Okay, the instincts. So, no, some dogs have instincts. And can the instincts override the training and the training override the instincts?
Oh, that's a question I don't know. I don't know, but we want to, like I said, take her and try to make every experience positive and encourage her and reassure her that she's able to do it. And just in this little bit of time, I mean, just the verbal praise, she's just so receptive to just the touch, the way you present your voice.
They can feel the emotions, and they can feel. But about 2 or 3 years ago, I was feeling lousy, so I thought I'm just going to lay down and try to get rid of whatever it was, So I was laying down, and my dog comes up and lays his chin on my leg.
They know.
They knew I wasn't feeling well.
Yeah, they know.
But when you're feeling good and bounce around, they're just bouncing around the house having fun.
And one thing that we've got a manual. I mean, it's over 100 pages that we've read and that we follow. It's a very structured next year and a half with her, and we have to do monthly reports to the organization and be held accountable for the responsibility that we accepted. And one thing that they mention is that your emotions travel down that leash, and your emotions, like if I'm sitting here right now and I was extremely nervous, and she probably wouldn't be able to lay in my lap and be comfortable. That would probably transfer to her. She would be nervous too.
Wow.
So you have to have the confidence. You have to be their pack leader and let them know that you're going to take care of them and give them that confidence, or help them build their confidence.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Matt, you're quiet down there.
I was thinking the same thing.
You need to pull that microphone up and gabble a bit. Grab that mic down there. Pull that mic up.
My brother actually raises Shiloh Shepherds, big long-haired German Shepherds, and his wife has done a lot with taking them into schools, and they've become kind of companion dogs and helpful for kids with autism and stuff. Will any of these dogs be those type of dogs?
When I was out in Oceanside, California with my nephew, when he was going through team training to receive his dog, there was 3 kids that were in our training program, and 2 had autism, and it was amazing. And just this is just a small snapshot of I know of what those dogs are capable of. But in those 2 weeks, we were able to see how life-changing these dogs were for those kids with autism. Maybe they had social anxiety, and they couldn't look at you in the face and talk to you eye to eye when you asked them a question. But when you came up and you asked them towards the end of the training about their dog and to tell you about their dog, they were super excited and were more vocal and interacting. And then also, if they were having a little panic attack or having a little, I guess, panic attack is probably the best word, and then the dog could be directed to go over and sit down on their lap and sort of be like a weighted vest for them. So there again, we just saw a very, very small picture of what these dogs are capable to do for kids with special needs. And I've also been in contact with the group that we were in, and they've shared other ways that they have been able to use the dog. Like if they're out, the leash that they have has 2 handles on it, one for the parent and then one for the recipient, the child. And this one mom has been able to train the dog that when the child lets go of her handle, then the dog will sit. And so the mom knows that the child is wandering off.
Wow.
So that gives her a clue that that the leash has been dropped and that she's not staying beside her.
In the late 40s, early 50s, somewhere around 1950-51, my dad was still in high school, and his 3 brothers had a German Shepherd. This is in St. Clair County, Illinois, and back then this was all farm country, and had a few residential houses. Well, Dad was out in the yard, and he heard this baby cry. And he listened around and thought, where is that cry coming from? Because it sounded like it was outside. He was on Pasadena Drive in Fairview Heights, Illinois, just barely a paved road in those days, just kind of half dirt, half pavement type of road. And he walked out to the front of the house, and the neighbor's baby had got out of the house, and my dad's dog Skipper, the German Shepherd, had clamped the baby's diaper with its teeth at the edge of the street and sat down.
They're amazing.
And the baby was crying, and here comes the mom coming out of the house, and the dog actually had the butt of the diaper in his teeth and had sat down so that the baby couldn't move because the dog knew it was in the street.
Yeah.
Of course, there wasn't 4 cars a day up and down that street, but you never know.
Yeah.
But that, I'll tell you
we
what.
should never underestimate the power of a four-legged hero. I mean, they're pretty amazing. And I will have to, on that note, I mean, with a skilled companion, they said several times, you know, these dogs have no fear. They're not babysitters. They still need someone to lead them and guide them and to command them to do what they're supposed to do. But they're trained and they know what they're supposed to do.
They're not mind readers.
No, they're not mind readers, but there are amazing stories like that where sometimes their protective instinct does kick in. But you know, as far as like crossing streets and stuff, they still rely on you to not let them, even though they're on a leash, to not let them go, to wait. And then when you're ready to go, there's a command that's let's go.
Yep.
And so they're waiting on you to give them that next command, their next task.
Wow.
But yeah.
Time for another break. 7:46 on this Friday. Scooter, we'll be right back.
Be right back.
With Arch Trash Pickup. If anybody needs trash service in the area, please give us a call. Arch Trash Service is veteran owned, and I've been in the local area resident for over 20 years. I'll provide a better service than the other guys and even provide front door service trash pickup for those that aren't able to take their trash to the curb. We'll also pick up almost anything and even provide free recycling. I am Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup, and please give me a call for all your trash service needs.
With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support, and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
$7:48 on this Friday, and now what's the dog's name?
Celine.
Celine.
She's pretty stressed, don't you
almost
think?
asleep.
Yeah, I mean, she's overdoing it.
like
it. Yeah.
Seems to be a little bit under pressure.
It's hard work.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, it's hard
Celine,
work being
you're
on
a
TV.
cute little puppy.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about F.A.D., a couple minutes, and Families Against Distractive Driving real quick, and plug that real quick.
Well, we just participated in the Arkansas Safe School Conference. We were a vendor there, made a lot of contacts. I think I'm going to be pretty busy this fall and going in once again, spreading awareness about the dangers of distractive driving and hopefully saving one life or one family from what our families had to go through. 2019 legislative session will...
I started to say, are you going to be in Little Rock?
We'll start again and hope to be down there, and my goal is for Arkansas to be hands-free. Yeah. Some people don't think we're ready, but we should be. everyday lives are lost in seconds, changed
well, I got
in seconds.
To thinking, you know, Bob Rechtenwald got us some the insulated coffee, like the Yetis, you know. Bob Rechtenwald picked us up some and had them engraved, got our name at Axel 7 TV. Distractive driving can go past the cell phone.
Yes.
Mine was empty, fell out of the seat, didn't think about it, but it rolls up underneath the brake pedal.
Oh, wow.
Think about that one.
Yeah.
You know, nowadays the cars don't have the transmission hump on the front wheel drive, and stuff can roll up. And you talk about being distracted, you get something caught behind the brake pedal, you can't stop the car. You start to use your gears to start slowing it down and getting out of overdrive. You know?
And cell phones may not be your distraction. You know, I encourage people to stop and think what distracts them while driving. Is it their kids? Is it the radio? Is it drinking coffee? You know, whatever it is that you're not able to safely do that. I mean, it's especially when you're on a long road trip. I mean, there's been times I've been in the car 6 hours one way doing a program. It's not feasible to pull over every time I want a sip of water, but I try to definitely make sure that there's no traffic. I'm not in, you know, an area.
You're on Highway 14 and 27. That's not the place to be drinking water.
No. So just, you know, be responsible. But as far as cell phones, as a society, whether we want to believe it or not, you're just as impaired, if not more than impaired, when you're drinking and driving. So.
Well, when you mentioned coffee, okay, the coffee is hot, especially from McDonald's. You know, if you drive through. And if you spill that on yourself and you're reacting, you know, and you're trying to maintain even at 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, and not too long ago I had a spider that decided to come down in front of me as I was driving. Or, you know, I heard from another person that a bee flew in the car. And, you know, what's your first instinct? To start waving your hands. And so it's anything that takes your primary focus away from driving.
Yeah.
And it's every day.
That spider
every day.
coming down in front of you off the sun visor. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Your eyes are crossing.
Maintain my composure. The brake pedal is here. You know. I'm in heavy traffic.
Yeah. You just need to stop and think about what you do and limit your distractions. We have those wonderful cell slips that State Farm has been able to help us pay for through a grant, and those are life-saving, very easy to use. Put your phone in it. It totally blocks all cell phone communication, and there's no reason why a cell phone should ever be the cause of a death or serious injury. It's just not worth it.
So true.
Now, Mackenzie is going to be the primary handler of Celine, so she will work with her, but she will not be able to take her to school. So when she's not at school, she's Mackenzie's responsibility, and then when Mackenzie's in school, I pick up the slack. So
team effort.
Yeah, team effort. But she's been a challenge, but we're up to it.
Wow, so much fun. But the hard part is going to be letting go. But
we're not going to talk about that.
But you're going to have to remember how much good that dog is going to do. It's got a great future.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Scooter, Matt?
I just think it's cool. I think it's amazing. I know you're going right now through the puppy stages, and always had a hard time with, you know, we get dogs from shelters and stuff now that are using puppies, but those are amazing animals, and it'll be really cool to see him as time goes, to see him progress and grow. And
I failed to mention, but they started a puppy raising program with the prison over in Forest City last December. So this organization has, I can't remember, it's 4 or 6, but they have puppies in the prison over in Forest City, and they're doing a puppy raising program. So it'll be neat to see.
What was it? Cool. Several years ago, I saw something, you know, where you have repeat offenders, and we know that Sheriff Montgomery has, you know, he's preached this sermon more than one Sunday. And some of the repeat offenders turn to theft of property to get the money they need just to survive because they don't have a skill set. And by learning to raise a dog that gives them a sense of responsibility while in prison, okay, I can do this. I can remember to feed the dog at 8 a.m. or 12 noon or 6 p.m. or take it out for this or do this. And once they learn a routine, then they can start with the prisoner.
Well, sometimes you need
to get them in a vocational
you need to be
time.
able to take care of something else and be responsible for something else to be able to develop your self-worth and self-confidence.
Yeah.
And I think that that's
you know, that's a good point
what
with
it
these repeat
achieves.
offenders. What
Yeah.
could it be? A lack of self-confidence in themselves.
And I think it would be great to, as an incentive too, for good behavior and to it be a privilege to be able to work with a dog. You know, you show that you're able to take care of it and do what it needs, and in return, like you said, you're building self-confidence, and hopefully that will encourage them that once that they do get out, that they are able to do something when they set their mind to it. But Canine Companions for Independence is
Now, how much training did you go through prior to picking the dog up in California?
None. No, it's totally by manual, and like I said, we stay in constant contact with them every month, and we have to give reports, and then we do training here locally with her, with a trainer. So.
And we have a set of commands and things that she needs to learn before we turn her back in. So we have stuff that she'll learn at 6 months and at 7 and at 8 and all the way up to 12 and beyond. So it's just a process, so we won't teach her everything at once.
She won't be overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So we're not teaching her.
So this is a stair step. Interesting. That is so cool.
Yeah, and he looks really energized about the whole situation right now.
She is breathing. She is breathing.
She does like to sleep a lot, which I'm okay with. You know, in the summer, just want to be lazy.
She goes full
fine.
force, or she's calm and cool like this. I mean, she's just she has a really good demeanor, and I think it's.
But this is a challenge for the family, because this is just like having a baby in the house, really.
Yeah.
Literally. It really is.
But she's adjusted well. She's sleeping through the night, not having to get up to go outside.
Somewhat sleeping through the night.
Well, she will move around in her cage, and that's hard to get used to, because it's like a baby sleeping. Oh, they must be awake, and so you want to
whining or barking.
Yeah, whining or barking. But we've only had her, today's a week. We picked her up Friday the 6th. So we've only had her a week, and and this is a 1.5-year journey that we're ready to accept.
That's going to be July. You're going to be pushing what?
February. They say our approximate turn-in date is February of 2020.
2020. Wow. It's going to be fun. I don't know if I want to get rid of the dog.
Matt, what do you think?
I was just going to ask Mackenzie in the last couple minutes, what made you want to get into doing stuff like this?
Well, seeing my cousin, how it changed not only his life, but our life. I mean, Waldy goes to church with him, and he goes to church with us. So those days where she's missing or she's not there, he wasn't feeling good or something like that, it really does change our family too. Sure. Because she has become a part of our family, and so having that for someone else's family and being able to give back would really help wanted me to improve. And then also, why wouldn't you want to raise a puppy for 1.5 years? I mean, who wouldn't want a sweet little puppy?
Who didn't like puppy breath?
Yes.
Listen to this. We got about a minute
kisses.
and a half before we end the show. Pull your microphone over and let's lift Celine up so Scooter can get a good camera shot. Put up there and
she'll probably just stretch out right here.
Scooter, can we get a shot somehow?
Oh yeah, I'm on her.
Yeah. Turn her so can you face her towards the camera so we can get that face? I'm gonna try doing a still shot later. Looky there. Looky there.
It's like I'm trying to nap.
She's like, you're interrupting my nap.
Dale, you're being mean.
Being mean. Looky there.
Aw.
She weighs almost 15 pounds.
Wow.
She'll probably get around 60.
Yep.
We have been told that her paws are bigger than any of the other puppies
She's gonna be a big dog.
That they've raised. So
she's gonna be full-wheel drive at 20 miles an hour full force. Yeah.
We're preparing for a big dog.
Anyway, that pretty well wraps it up. The weekend is upon us. A lot of activities in the Twin Lakes area. If you're visiting the Twin Lakes area, we welcome you to our part of the country. Hope you have a great time. Be safe. We will be back on Monday. Bob Reckenwald Sports on Monday. And then we got a whole lineup of guests next week. So we will see you then. Have a great weekend.
Have a wonderful weekend. We're out.